age of ancients. The world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Hello, welcome to my Dark Souls 1 critique guide video. How this is going to work, you're just watching the start of the game, it's not very interesting. How this is going to be working is this is not scripted. I couldn't write a script for a 2-hour video and then make the footage. I'm not that talented, I don't have that much patience, and I'm sorry if that lowers the quality for some people. This was more of just a fun little project for me, more than anything. Not really a, video trying to make money or get heaps of subscribers. It'd be nice, but, I just wanted to do something, good look at and be proud of it. 2021 has been a pretty boring year. Anyway, throughout the video I'm just going to be, there'll be parts where I'm not talking, and I know that might not be the most fun for some people, which is understandable. I can see why, but this is more just something to have. Say you want a quick guide to just some of Dark Souls. This is not the whole game. I won't be doing, this will be a 2-part series because at the moment my computer, there's too much footage. It is too much space for my computer to have good quality footage, but I didn't want there to be shit footage. I thought I'd like it to look nice, so the second video will be going more into the other areas of the game, the end game. I might take a dive into the DLC. I can't promise anything, but it's just, I thought, show people. I know a lot of people that haven't really played Dark Souls 1. But, I'd like to expose people to it. And instead of watching a guide series, unless you really want to, but, it's just something you can sit, you either watch or have it in the background while you're cooking or doing the dishes or something. Anyway, I'm going to talk about what's on screen. We're looking at Oscar at the moment. And he's just an OG, let's be honest here. Man just saves you from his cell. No reason, really. He just decided to. Or at least, I'm not really a law person, but that's my understanding anyway. But, so, I always listen to him. He's one of the only NPCs in the game I don't kill, because he's not an arsehole to me. I find a lot of them are just, world shit. Oh well. It's not really anything I can do about it, I'm just trying to fix it. Anyway, so I bow in respect. And so this part of the game is quite easy. The boulder can be a big, I've seen a lot of people get, because it's hard to see, because when you're going up the stairs, it's hard to see the actual shadow if you don't, because I have a high brightness, but it's hard to see. And when I was recording this footage, I hadn't played Dark Souls for 3 months, so ignore my baby bitch noob decisions to do, but I tried my best to look epic for you guys. But, so this can be a beginner trap. Because the enemies, how they're positioned, is if you're not careful, those two can put you in a trap with the cycle of their attack, and then the archer just gets you when you're trying to escape. Which, I personally have never been killed by it. I've been killed by the two guys, but not the combo. But I've seen people who have picked the game up and that was like their first death, which is reasonable. Dark Souls is not hard per se. It has some things that make it harder, but it's more, if you're cautious, you'll be fine. Oh, and the plunge attack, always a favourite. I find that's just something people have a lot of trouble with as well. I've seen a lot of people try and take that dive and they just fall on the ground. Lose half their health bar and then get squashed by the hammer. But, I fought the Asylum demon so many times, I just wasn't really a challenge for me, per se. Not to brag, it's like a baby bitch easy boss. And I just tried to do this section because it's sort of boring. There's not really much to explore. Up on that level with a boulder, later on you can get a key, a ring. That lets you walk at normal speed, I'm pretty sure. And you can get an item to get into the Painted World DLC, but I don't really usually I don't really like the DLCs in this game. Which I know a lot of people probably won't agree with me on, but it's not really my thing, per se. I don't know. I like the Guardian Artorias, but otherwise it's sort of just shit. But yeah. Oh, getting picked up by the bird.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Now my move here, this is my usually... yeah, so I usually just kill this knight, guys. Sorry, I'm doing the audio on bits because the video quality is so low on Vegas that I literally cannot tell what is what. It's like... It looks advanced for like 2001. There you go. On like a Nokia phone. Anyway, so I usually kill him. He's an important NPC. I just kill him for the souls, honestly. I know it's 1,000, but I can get you a level to it the early game. But he usually just tells you where, like your goal, essentially. He tells you there's a bell below and a bell above. Or at least that's what I remember him telling you. I haven't talked to him in years. I kill him every time. And then I usually kill this priest guy because later on, his friends drop 7 humanity and a talisman, from what I remember. And I do that because... I will be ignoring one of the endgame areas because I fucking hate it with a passion. And I would not recommend anyone to do it for any reason, even for a build. I would cheat the items in, honestly. Swear to God, honestly. There's 2 areas I hate in this game. One of them I deal with because it's not as bad as the one I'm going to be skipping. It's fire level. It's just bullshit, heat, you know, burning. Yeah, so I usually just, yeah, anyway, so I forgot what I was talking about in the other clip because I'm doing it part, so I'm terribly sorry for that. But this is my character, Bruce Danger. I am going for a pure melee build. Because I hate magic in this game. Not because it's busted. It is busted. Do not get me wrong. Miracles, pyromancies, yes. Magic with the dress. I know that's not actually part of it, but the headband from the dress that you get. The Dusker Ulasu crown, that's what it's called. And the Billowing Dragon Crest ring. And Dark Orb. Yeah, PvP is not fun against sorcerers in this game. I fucking hate it. It's not fun. It's not balanced. Anyone who uses that set and is like, oh, it's fair. I'm using what's... No. They can go actually hang themselves. Like, maybe if like you're new game 7 or you're both cheesy sorcerers and you know that, that's fine. But if you go into like online PvP and you feel good about yourself because you could spam Dark Orb like 6 times and just kill anyone, yeah, it's not fun. It's just, I hate game design where people get rewarded for just being cheap. I feel like you shouldn't get rewarded if you're shit at a game. I know that locks people out from certain things, but when everyone goes, oh, the game's perfectly balanced difficulty, it's hard, but good hard, and then they got the Lost Izalith, the fucking Capra Demon fight, and the lead up to it, and the magic system for players, and the tree boss fight, and they act like that's perfectly balanced. They can get the stick out of their ass, because it's not good. The thing is, I love the Artorias fight. I think it's a great fight. I don't think it's the best fight like everyone says it is, but I enjoy it. It's a fun fight. You know, it's not as good as the Gwyn fight, which you'll see next video, the last boss. Oh, that fight's fantastic. I love bosses that are like the player. Like Shadow Link or Dark Link or whatever the fuck it's called. You know, just anyone who's like your character. Oh no, they're just the best fights in my opinion, but I've never seen the point of difficulty if it's not going to make a game fun. That's my problem with difficulty. If it ruins the game, if it's in there for a good reason, like the fucking swamp. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's annoying because you slowed down and, you know, there's enemies. But if you're careful, it's fine. Fuck, I can't think that's a name because I haven't fought it in a long time. But, you know, the Witch of Izalith fight. Is that his name? I don't know. The bug one where it's just a tree and you destroy the the 2 cores and then you kill the bug and that's the whole boss fight. Like, that's like a main end game boss fight. That's not fun. It's platforming in a game where platforming was like a side bit. No one likes it. No one's thinking, oh, I love that fight. I want to fight the tree. No. Like, some people like overwhelming difficulty with no chance of survival. But that's just never been my thing. I like a little bit of difficulty. Put me on hard mode. I'm happy. You put me on extra hard with no healing items, no fucking... You can't walk backwards. You actually can't aim your gun. Oh, and yeah, and bullets have enemies have auto aim and ESP, yeah. In a stealth game? No. I'm good. But, no, so this part, what I did, this is a master key run, because I don't know how to beat the game without master key. I might try that sometimes, but how I go is you go down the staircase near that tree, not the one leading up to the tunnel-looking thing, or the graveyard that I was in for a little bit to get some souls. Just the actual staircase I went down to get here, you go down there, and you should see a gate. Master key. You can skip the first area of the game. Like the first, beginner area. If you want to be quick. And that's what I do. I did this quick because if I'd gone the normal way, which takes ages, it would have put an extra, 30 minutes on this video. And it's already an hour and 40 minutes. And I had to speed up a section. But, gotta say, I did alright. I think I died 3 or 4 times. But otherwise, I did pretty good, I think. I didn't die many times, which I'm pretty happy about. And I think I'm a average person who's beat the game multiple times. There you go. I'm not a pro. I don't know stats or drop rates or anything stupid like that. I just know how to beat the game in a sort of fast time. And that was fucking... I wish I'd recorded my reaction. I felt very cool for that. I thought, fuck, I'm going to die in the first 10 minutes of my video, and then he just suicided himself off a cliff, which I felt very cool about. And that's the Weed Crest shield down there, but I don't use it. Doesn't give you 100% physical damage reduction, which is sort of why I have a shield. What's the point of having a shield if it doesn't block all the damage? Or at least most of the damage. It's just a bit of stamina is not really that. I never find it that useful. I know some people think it's God or whatever, but I don't know. I think it's a little overrated. It's like the Zweihander, which is a very popular sword in this game. It's good, but it's not really that good. It's alright. You can definitely beat the game. I beat the game with. I beat the game with the claymore, the axe, the mace, rapier, the machete. I did a magic run. I did a miracle, not full miracle. I had a shitty club and stuff. I wasn't full miracle spells. Pyromancy. I tried a Cestus run. I got about... I think I got to... Gwendolyn... No, not Gwendolyn. Fuck, what's her name? I'm forgetting everyone's name now. Quelaag. So the second main boss, the one that actually gets your progress. The only bosses you need to fight in this game that I can think of is... the boss I'm about to fight, Quelaag, Ceaseless Discharge, I know that sounds like a sexual innuendo, which it probably is. I don't know. I find sometimes these Japanese names, like it was probably something cooler in Japanese. But here I'm upgrading my axe. I'll get back to what I was talking about. I just saw it. And the thing about Dark Souls 1, I'm not sure about the other games, but it's very upgrade dependent. Like, I found that I don't have to really ever increase my strength a good amount. I just upgrade my weapons to like plus 15, and then I wipe the game. And New Game plus 1 and 2. Like, it's sort of sad. It sort of trivializes the game. Because you do so much damage that it doesn't matter if the enemy is quick or does good damage or hard moves to dodge, because you just hit it a few times, stun it. That's why the axe is great. But I tried to make this fast, one for a challenge for myself, because it would have been boring if I was going slow, and I had to go through a shit ton of footage. But yeah, so you have to fight Quelaag, Ceaseless Discharge, Iron Golem, Orientated Smo, Sif, and the 4 Lords, or whatever they're called, and then Gwyn. Is what I'm aware of. Anyway, so this is my favourite NPC in Dark Souls. I think it's Sigmeyer in this game, but I just love the Catarina Knights with their onion-looking armour. This character really gels with me because I think it shows a side of characters that you don't really ever get to see in video games or movies. That character who tries to do something brave. The character who's trying to do what the hero does, but can never do it. The hero does it for them, and they just live in this limbo of them trying to do something impressive or doing something to make themselves proud, and the hero just takes the glory. And I love his quest line. I've done it nearly every run, but I thought, once again, a lot of backtracking and specific things, and I was just trying to be quick, and I haven't played in a while, so I thought I'll just give him my hello and greet, and I'd leave. But I love him. He's great. You know, I feel like Solaire is a very overrated character. As much as I love Solaire, I do love my son, bro. He helps me with the twin gargoyles, which is the one I'm about to fight, because not that I couldn't kill the twin gargoyles, it's quite an easy fight. It's just, come on, why wouldn't you have a son, bro, there? Just the company. I feel like that's something that also makes Dark Souls. These people aren't just sitting around doing nothing. At least some of them can help you in boss fights, which I think is really cool. Makes it feel like you're not wasting your time talking to people. Like, I don't think Sigmeyer's in any Dark Souls 1 bosses. I know Sigurd, which is in the third game, if you do his questline, you can fight Yorm, which I've never done. I've never done the questline. I'm not really... I like Dark Souls 3. I definitely like it. Ooh, I got stabbed in the booty. Yeah, I like Sigurd, but I like Dark Souls 3 as well. It's just I don't really know that game. This is a game I know pretty well. I've been to every area, used every weapon. Well, not every weapon, but I've used most of the weapons. I've killed all the bosses at least 10 times. Even the DLC, which I didn't do the DLC till a few runs ago. Well, 10 runs ago, about 15. But still, like, I'd played for years beating the game, and never once had I ever actually done the DLC, except the Painted World, but that was like easy as shit. That's like one little area. But I feel like it was good DLC. I didn't like Painted World, not because it wasn't good DLC. I loved the location. The location was great. The enemies were sort of bland. There was one boss fight. It lasted about 5 minutes. I ran through it in 5 minutes, even going through everywhere. Probably 10 minutes all up. And that was it. And that was like, it's sort of boring. Why would I buy... I know I didn't pay money because it's remastered, but to think that people paid like, what, $5-10 for that, I would feel sort of cheated. At least with the other DLC, you get 4 bosses, 4 areas, and they're pretty fleshed out. A lot of cool spells and weapons, some cool enemies. Yeah, I think the other one's just a lot better, and I don't think there's any other DLCs that I can think of. Just gonna eat a pod, just give me some. as you can tell, I'm very passionate about Dark Souls. This game has got me through a tough year. I had a very tough year. And at the end of last year and the start of this year was pretty tough. I left school. I know people probably don't care about the actual person behind the mic, but I left school and there's a lot of stuff happened, and I thought I was going to find a job, but COVID's really killed the job market where I live. So that hasn't been very great, honestly. And I've just been looking, and when you're at home all the time, no school, your mates are at school, it makes me very lonely. I've been my dog has been the only thing that's actually really comforted me in the last year. Like, it was this and Danganronpa series. God, I love that series. That series is great. And the first Phoenix Ace Attorney game. But, yeah, so here's my son, bro. And the reason I also did this recording so fast is because I'd done 2 playthroughs of the games where I thought my recording software was working, but it wasn't. And I had to, I would record the footage and then it'd be corrupted. And I had to use a completely different, I was using Bandicam, and it was not a legit version. But it had the watermark, but it had no time limit. But it kept corrupting the files, so I don't know what happened there. So I got Vegas Pro, and that's been working great. OBS, which is free and great, honestly. No money. I really don't see anything wrong with getting OBS. This is why I can get such high quality footage. It generally feels like I'm just watching someone playing the game right in front of me. But I'm at the chair, but not doing anything. Anyway, sorry for just talking through this amazing cutscene of the gargoyle jumping down. You know, cool looking boss. You're just on a church roof, high up. You got your boy Solaire helping you. You can get other players, but there's only one boss fight I use players because it feels a little cheap. And I know people would say, oh, you should fight Ornstein and Smo by yourself, but I am just not good enough, honestly. I don't have the patience. I don't think it's a very fun fight just because there's 2 of them. That's the thing. This boss fight's fine because they're quite weak. Like, my +5 is smashing through them. I'm just not doing very well, honestly. But, and you get Solaire, and their moves are pretty easy to dodge. And I know it's the start of the game, but I feel like Ornstein and Smo should have been DLC bosses. Like, the challenge you'd go after by choice, not, I want to beat the game, so I have to fight a gang boss. And I liked them. If it was like you fought one, and then you had to fight the other with, no breaks, I would be okay with that. Even them powering up and everything, I think I'd be okay with that. It's just the both of them, I think, is a bit too much. And it's sort of bordering on that Dark Souls 2 sort of approach, where it's like, oh, just put more enemies and make it harder, so they'll make it good, won't it? I feel like that's the problem with looking at games. Oh, first bell rung. That's the problem with looking at games, looking for the difficulty, wanking yourself off going, oh, I beat Dark Souls. It's really not that hard. First time, yeah, but a lot of people just look at guides now. If you generally beat the game without guides, and you're legit not just lying to people, good on you. I didn't beat it first try without guides, I'm not going to lie. Because, yeah, and I think, I'm climbing down. Yeah, so we just rang the first bell. And now I think I'm going to fight either the Moonlight Butterfly. Well, obviously I gotta kill this guy because to humanity, I need 30, and I'll have to use a few for some bosses, so, there's the annoyance out of the way. That's 2 boss fights if I fail. I got some humanity to spare. And it's pretty easy to get humanity in this game. If you just kill people, which I know is looked down upon because they can be useful, but I don't really find most of them pretty useful. The items aren't that great to buy in the first place. A pod break and Pepsi break. So I just doing this all in one recording, one sitting session when my house is quiet, so there won't be too many interruptions. And it's just like an hour and 40 minutes of footage. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just speed it up really. I'll have a Pepsi and some Snickers pods to pass the time really. But yeah, I feel like people look at this game and they can't. Well, I'm getting my ass fucking smashed. I better run. I think people just look at Dark Souls and they just see difficulty, which really makes me sad. Honestly. Like, no one thinks, oh, great combat, great setting, great atmosphere. No, it's, Dark Souls hard, so it's good. Like, I can't find my way around where I live. I get lost. I remember every nook and cranny of this world. This is like, I can remember where every item is that I've ever needed. And I could probably find an item if you described where it was. And I feel like that's such an impressive thing now, where games come and go, all the new releases, some people remember them, but most people it just escapes their head. But most people have probably bet Dark Souls. I could probably go, oh, remember when you went there? And they could probably go, oh, yeah. Oh, let's say, for example, here. Oh, I remember when there's a dragon that lands past that gate that I haven't opened, because I skipped a bit of the first area. There's a dragon that lands on the bridge if you trigger, like, an event. And it blows fire. And they can say, oh, I remember when that dragon came and blew fire on me. And it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. But the thing is that they should have. But they didn't, because they were just thinking, oh, yes, I've gone further. I can play more of this great game. And they saw the oil and they went, that's weird. And I died to rats, which is a little sad. Yeah, I must be doing Moonlight Butterfly. There's like 4 bosses I use humanity for in this game. Otherwise, you don't really need it. Unless you're having trouble with them and need help, but I don't need help. Thing is that I have trouble with some bosses, but I also have no trouble with parts that people are like, oh, I hate that. Like, one of the most famous parts of this game is the Londo archers, which you have to... So, when you land in Londo, and you'll see it because it just is at the end of this video, but if you don't want to watch it, I'll explain why it's so annoying. So imagine this, you walk up these stairs, there's 2 guards, you run through a gate, you walk down, there's these imps that throw lightning, and you run down, they'll throw lightning at you, there's a platform, and they've got spears, another thing of imps, they'll try to stab you, you'll get stabbed in the back, and the archers are shooting, you gotta walk along a little passage, there's like a pillar that you can go on both sides, and then there's another thin passage over like massive gorge of land. And Dark Souls, as much as I love this game, the platforming can be a bit junky. You can slide on things that you shouldn't slide on, which is... I don't think it's great because they should have thought of that. But I feel like at the same time it makes platforming a lot scarier. Which I don't mind. I don't mind the platforming most of the time. There's just a few things like the tree boss. And it's like, it's just bullshit. And I don't know why they made it like that. But, like a boss around platforming. I get like having platform sections. But having a whole boss is a bit ridiculous. And you can't skip it. Unless you know glitches, I think. No, you can't even, not that I'm aware of. Oh, unless you do kill and skip, but that's like real professional. That's like, what's his name? Is his fantastic Dark Souls content. He like streams and stuff. Lobos Jr., there you go. I love his stuff. I love watching his, he was doing this, so when you beat the game, you get a new game, and it's essentially like most game difficulties, they add more, or most new games, just more, like XP, harder, more health to the enemies, more attack. But I can make some of the parts of this game that are sort of boring, easy. Like, not easy, hard, like an actual challenge. Like those rats on that ladder. If you're in like new game 5, rats in that can fucking destroy you. You'll get destroyed. You gotta really be careful. And I don't really like too far new games in this game. I know it's like some people's thing, but I don't know. There's a point where you get one hit by a rat when you got the best armor in the game, and you just don't care. You just give up. It's just not fun. But that's some people's... See, the thing is that some people like that challenge. They like saying to themselves, I beat new game Dark Souls to fucking 40. And that's sweet. Even though it only stops at 7. But, you know what I mean? Like, if they like it, whatever. But I hate people like, oh, you have trouble with Dark Souls? Like, yeah, it can be hard. Sometimes the design decision... See, look, I haven't triggered the dragon. If you go down past that... Down that bonfire I was at, to the right... Old Dragonlands. Anyway, I'm not talking about... I know I'm talking about a lot about difficulty, but... I feel like I have to make the point. Especially in the area... This is one of the... The area I hate lesser. But I still hate it. Like, second most hated area. And I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fun. Especially the boss. Like, if it was just the boss, that'd be fine. But you'll see in a minute. But they decided to put 2 dogs in a tight arena with, like, a boss who's actually pretty decent. Like, he can crush you and shit. And your block won't matter. So you're trying to block dogs, and then he does a slam attack. And it's just not a fun boss. No one likes... I don't know anyone who goes, I love the Capra Demon boss fight. They go, I don't mind fighting... Because you... Fight him as like a big normal enemy later in the game. But so I first tried clearing this area because someone told me I should, because I've always had trouble with it. But I just found that when I died it was more infuriating. Because I spent all this time trying to kill these enemies and then, you know, it didn't even amount to anything. But I feel like I need to let people... think about it, because people just go, oh, Dark Souls hard, and no one ever goes, wait, but is that why it's good, or is it good because of other reasons? I feel like there's just a big disconnect for me. I just feel like I can't have a conversation with some people because the first thing they say is, I like Dark Souls because it's hard. And I go, what else? And they're like, that's why I like it. And it just makes me sad, because it's an incredible atmosphere. It's grimy. It's not pretty, or at least most of it's not pretty. It's grim. There's not much happiness, not much hope. But it makes you feel so much more special. You're the one who hasn't given up yet. You're the one fighting, but you could turn out like that, like the other people. I've personally always had reservations, especially with this area in the game. I dread it every playthrough, and this is why I don't just play this game all the time. Because I play areas like this, and the other playthrough I did for this, and the recording didn't work, I smashed a box. I went outside after this area, after I died about 6 times, and I stomped a hole through a cardboard box right in front of my dad. He just came home from work, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, you know what? I just got killed like 7 times in like a non-reasonable way from frustration, and I just couldn't do it. He was like, wow. And that's what I mean. The thing about Dark Souls is it's not hard. You get frustrated because you don't want to do the same shit 30 times. The same boring run of running and, you know, killing the enemies, making sure it's safe, doing potentially dangerous platform while enemies are shooting at you. Or just a long run, honestly. Like, this shortcut's great, but it's such a long run. Like this leads you back to Firelink Shrine, the first main area. And I need a key from Capra Demon to get into those sewers. And it's just... I love Dark Souls. And I know it sounds like a lot of complaining, but I just feel like I have to let... I feel like I have to talk because this has always been on my mind when people have brought up Dark Souls. Everyone's willing to wank the game off and say that it's perfect balance all through. And I think they're nearly right. But I think it's got a few blemishes that really haven't made it perfect. And that's fine. I love GTA 3, and people think that's probably one of the worst GTAs. Very flawed. The driving and the cars exploding quickly. You can't swim. You just drown. It's just pretty old terrible all around. But games don't have to be perfect. I don't understand this. There's no perfect game. Anyone who says a game's perfect is lying. There's always going to be something that's just frustrating. And I don't mind challenge. I like some of the challenge. I like Sif. I like most of the bosses that are actually fair. I just don't like the tree one, this one, because you'll see, look, I walk in, you'll see how bullshit it is. Tiny arena, camera's shit. He's doing that. You can't block it half the time unless you got like a really good shield and good stamina. These two dogs, and I'm using the axe. So if I take my my attention away, I'm gonna get smashed. Look. I think I die here. Yeah, I just took blood loss, and then I try healing, and he does a swing, and then a dog attacks me? Oh no, I must have gone up. And I finished the... I think I just killed Capra, if I looked at the footage correctly. And now I am just going to the thing to get the large ember, the sewer. And this area is pretty shit as well. This is a pretty shit area. One, it's a sewer, you know, funny pun, but no, honestly, it's just not a fun area. Doesn't make me think, whoa, the sewer. I just think gross, dirty, cramped, boring enemies. It's rats and sludge and fucking lizards. That's your enemy selection. I feel like that's just boring. There's no effort behind that. They could have done something cool, like hobos that collect the sewage and throw it at you, and it does like poison damage. I know that's poison, not poison, maybe like it slowed you down, or you couldn't get your shield up, there you go. Or like made your weapon slower, but like in like a sort of thing, to be fair, the enemies weren't strong or fast, but like you were about the same speed as them though, so it was more of a tactical thing. Like it's like a long window to kill like raise your shield and attack. So you have to be sure of what you want to do before you strike or block. I feel like that would have been cooler than little shit piles and big rats. But I was going to fight the gaping dragon, but I just went, it's not necessary, it's 20,000 souls, which is nice. And I could have used it, but... And this is the first time I fought this rat. I usually one-hit plunge it. Which I was honestly surprised. I don't think I've raised my attack much, though, to be fair. And I'm trapped. And I thought I was going to die and waste my time. I'm pretty sure I literally just went in here and then I homeward boned out afterwards. Or something. I feel like that's what I did. But now I'm on the way to... like, after this, I'm pretty sure I just pick the items and then fuck off. Either I teleport, it's like, I don't think I fought the Gaping Dragon, or I hope I didn't, because I completely forgot if I did. But I recorded everything, because I thought, if I don't record everything, people will think I'm cheating. You know how it is. I think I'm just some whack job who doesn't know anything about the game. Well, no, I guess people could still say that, but... I don't know. I think I know a good amount. The only thing I regret about killing everyone is the world feels quite empty. I do have to admit. And the great thing about the shortcut I usually do at the start of the game, or I go past those drakes that shoot the lightning, and then I go up to Andre and stuff before the main. I missed like 2 bosses. I'm pretty sure. No, 1 boss. I missed 1 boss though. But is that if you really wanted, if you felt confident, and you can do it as bandit. I've done it before. You just do Quelaag first. It's not fun. It's better just to do it later. And I'm pretty sure I died at Quelaag. And I know why I did that. I just remembered, watching this footage back, I forgot to do a humanity. And you need that, because the plan was, I fucked it up, I remember now. But my plan was, like I fucked it up after this, was I would just rest at the bonfire here, kill Quelaag, kill the boss afterwards, get the souls, get the humanity, and fuck off out of there. But I fucked up like an idiot and rested down at the bonfire at one of the Covenants, because I needed it to skip that area. It's the Chaos Witches, and if you give the lady 30 humanity, you get some pyromancies, which is cool. But really, ooh, excuse me, Pepsi Max, you know, God's elixir. The main appeal is you get to miss the fire part. You just have to kill the boss, and it's like a 5-minute run, which is annoying. But considering you can load and quit during that boss fight, because the good thing about that fight is once you destroy one of the cores, it's destroyed forever. You don't have to do it every time, which I think's great, honestly. if there wasn't, I would not beat Dark Souls more than like maybe once a year. But no. So there are good design decisions. That's the thing. I just think that people saying this is the perfect balanced game, no faults, pretty wrong about that. And it's fine. Nothing's perfect. No one's perfect. People say Jesus are perfect, but no one really knows. Or at least anyone alive. And I'm not going to talk about ideology here. Yeah, it's a Dark Souls video. I was going to, and then I just realised no one cares. They're to have this as background music or something to put on for like their 12-year-old step kid that they don't really know, but heard likes Dark Souls. But you didn't want to watch them like the Act Man, which he has a great video. I might actually link that, honestly, because I think that's a very fantastic video. I don't mind, so I don't say so myself. Which I know, weird. I didn't make it. I don't know many YouTubers just plugging random YouTube videos, but I think I was gonna go for his style, but I thought I've always just wanted, and this is just me. I've always wanted to watch a video of just someone just talking, thinking their mind. And I know some people like structure, but I don't know. I just feel like if everything has structure, what's the point of creativity? When you're making a video and you got a script, that's not interesting. That's just, I don't know. I know this is just a trial, a project of mine. You know, if this gets like a few views and someone's like, yeah, can you try a scripted version? I'll give it a go. I don't think it'll come out quick. It might take me a few weeks. This only has taken me like 3 days. And I'm really annoyed because, well, not annoyed, but it's lockdown in Australia at the moment, in my state, in Victoria. And so I couldn't get a hard drive. But I really wanted to do this because I have not been feeling great being at home all the time. It has weighed down on my mental health. So this is more of a me thing. If people don't watch it, I don't know how many people are going. My mates probably will watch it, but I don't know how many. I don't even know if they'll watch it this far. They might watch like the first 10 minutes. But if people do watch it to this point, thanks. Honestly, thanks for giving a small guy like me. Well, not small, I'm like 6'2", but a guy like me a chance. And just giving you some entertainment, which is just this is what I want to do. I just want to make people happy. You know, a lot of people know me and think I should do a podcast, which I would be up for. But I don't know how interesting I can be just talking into a mic. This is my phone. I don't have a professional setup. You know, my YouTube videos were cringy. I deleted or privated most of them. Which, I was never proud of my videos. I feel like this video, I'll be able to look at it and go, you know what? You did a good job. You put some effort into something for once. You didn't just quit halfway through. So, I'm definitely doing the second video. Even if this one doesn't really get as many, like, even if this gets like 2 views, I'm still going to do the second one because, well, oh well, who cares? It'll just be on YouTube. Anyway, I know I said I'd be talking about the gameplay, but I really haven't. But I feel like a lot of it explains itself. This is the way I usually go. I don't really go off course. Like, I only really point out things that could be useful to new players. Like, in the second video, because I don't reckon it'll go for that long. I might just have a bit at the start, just showing areas that, you know, that people would want to lock through. But the thing is that I don't feel like I'd be a good guide person, because I'm a very one-track guy. Once I know a way that works, I don't really like trying new ways. So I reckon I wouldn't be that good. And people have made great videos, and I feel like a lot of people that have made videos deserve that traffic when I would literally just be pointing out, yeah, you go this way if you want to get that. That just, I don't know. I don't really think this video is for veterans or people who've beaten the game. This is more for people who've never really given it a go and just wanted to see what it's like. I've never planning to play it, but always had wanted to see what it's like. And this is what I'm trying to give people. Just something to bore them. Someone... Because there's not to sound cocky, but there's not really a marker for people like me. I'm not a very normal person. I don't know many YouTube like critique videos where the person's just talking without a script. They usually script it, which is great. I think it works out a lot better. But I feel like I've always yearned for someone just to speak their mind while they're rewatching their footage. I thought that'd be a great way because they have that clear mind of, yeah, I know why I did that. I can see, and I forgot that I died to that move. I've never died to that move before. It was quite a terrible move, but it was my fault because it's very well telegraphed. That's the thing, a lot of these fights are well telegraphed. They are very well planned. None of them are bullshit. None of the, tells anyway. All the bosses telegraph their moves, and I think that's great. I think that's something very applaudable. I'm a fan of Monster Hunter, particularly after 4U, and I've had cases where I've seen monsters have bullshit hitboxes, or no startup times for their moves, and it's got me a little mad. It makes me a little mad, but I just go, you know what? The thing about those games, different from these games, is it's condensed to one hunt. You just hunted in that small area for 50 minutes. Not a world-based free roam game with a quest. That's not really the same. You couldn't condense Dark Souls into a Monster Hunter style. It just wouldn't work. And I'm glad they're hopefully never going to try that. That'd be terrible. I'd love to see Dark Souls event quest for Monster Hunter Rise. Rise is probably my least favourite Monster Hunter. No, I can see why people like it, but I know there's something special about not really being superhuman, like having superhuman strength, but not mobility. It made you feel really human. And that's why I like the Dark Souls characters. Because, yeah, they're strong, but they're not invincible. They're not so mobile they can just, they're going to fall, they'll just jump out. They generally just feel like medieval humans who are a little bit stronger. And they're not all inhumanly strong or fast. And that's great. I love that. It makes you feel like a real person. It feels like I'm projecting a fitter version of me, because I'm not as fit as my Dark Souls character. I have asthma. I can't run for more than actually, that's sort of accurate. Actually, never mind. My Dark Souls character is literally just me, but not fat, and got green long hair. And his... hello. Yeah, so we're just running the second battle, and so Sen's Fortress is open, if someone missed that part. So this is the Covenant I was talking about, the Chaos Witch Covenant. So you have to talk to him, you say yes, and he lets you through. And, sorry, just give me a second. Got Dorito stuck in my mouth. Yeah, so if you talk to her and then give her 30 humanity, I didn't have it at the time, so obviously I haven't given it to her. And I'll do that in the second video. But, I'm just joining it so I don't forget for later. I'm quite a forgetful person. I forgot what I was talking about actually earlier in the video, which is a little sad. And I've talked a shit ton about difficulty. Anyway, so I'm about to fight a boss, and it's a little sad because you can just cheese him. I can kill him with my fist in 7 hits. With no strength. So, and that's where I messed up. I rested at that bonfire, so now I'm gonna have to go all the way up. which it's not going to be much fun, but I guess there's not really much I can do about it. I'm not a cheater, so I do everything legit, so... Yeah, so... This is what I mean, this is the sort of area... It's not the area itself, this is like the top bit, and it's really shit as it is. And I take my armor off. And this is... I'm going to show you guys the cheese strategy, and I'm actually going to walk you through it, not like how some tutorials are like, just run to the end. Because it's a little bit complicated, like... You watch the tutorials and you're like, huh? There's something they never explain. And that's why I used to always die to this boss. Because once you die to him, you have to do the fight legit. So I've literally started a new save every time because I don't want to fight him. His fight just looks boring and shit. Yeah, so you run. Yeah, you're just running. Just on the steps and shit. You know, you're just running through. And I like this boss, like, he looks cool, he looks fucking freaky, like you'd sound on, like, a music album cover or some shit, like, ooh! But, yeah, so you run here, and you have to start the boss fight, and you pick up his dead sister's clothes. She was a witch, one of the witches of Asylum. So you stop there, you stop about here, you wait for him to do that attack, and for it to disappear. Because you get hit by that, he can combo into his big Coom attack, where he just destroys you in like one hit. It's really not fun. And the other way is you can cheese him in this hallway by standing just where I was earlier, waiting for him to bait his arm attack, and then attacking him. It's just a really boring fight. So this is how I do it. I just run, and he dies guaranteed to 7 hits. Doesn't matter what the weapon is, when he does, in this form. So you run to the end, and then he'll do his jump attack. So you go to the fog gate, exactly the fog gate is what I do, and then I just turn around, I just do like a 180, jump back, make sure I'm at the gate, make sure I don't get hit by splash, and then you just run up, and you can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's dead. I did 14 damage and he died. Because I hit his Coom sack. And I just skipped the cutscene because it's just lava draining. It's really not that interesting. I think I skipped it. Yeah, I did. It's boring. It's just lava draining. Yeah, so I cut the recording. I didn't record this. I was just running up. I wasn't going to record the run-up, but I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'll just do it. Just so people don't think I'm cheating. Because I don't want people thinking I'm cheating. Because I worked really hard to run all the way. It's boring. It's just more effort than I'd like to spend. So, it's not hard, it's just boring. Thought I'd bring you guys along on the journey. Ah, fuck. Sorry, just... sore toes. Yeah, so... the run-up's not bad. And what I do is just spam roll through the muck. I think I got an infected toe. Yeah, so it's not that fascinating, this bit. But, no, I really like Blighttown. If you go past the sewer that I was in earlier, like that little where I fought Mildred, if you go not further in, but to the left more, you can climb a tree and go to the shore. I'll probably show it in the next video. I'm thinking of just going back and doing all the areas, but if I don't, I'll just give you guys like directions and you can figure it out yourselves because you're not dumb. If you can find my obscure video among the sea of Dark Souls critique videos, I think you guys can be smart enough to go through find a tree. The tree's annoying. It's very death heavy. So, it's been annoying. And if you go further and you can find a soul to upgrade your Estus, but I find Estus is sort of a crutch when you got it high. Like, you can just have 20 that, like, instantly fills your health up, and it, like, makes every situation easy as fuck. So I don't really do it. Unless I'm just doing it for like, so I don't have to do it in the later game. In like new game plus 7. Ugh. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. So this is what sucks about YouTube, in my opinion. That everything gets copyright claimed. Like, I don't want to make money off this. I don't care about that. It's more I care about being able to make good videos with good music. And I know, like, other people, like, made those songs, and that's fair. I get that. But I'd like it if you could, like, ask permission, per se, or I'd even be willing to buy a music license, as weird as that sounds. If it was, like, you pay for one video, you get, it's like 50 cents, or like $1 for the song, just for that video. I'd be willing to pay that. I'd be happy with that, honestly. But you can't, because I don't know why you can have the songs on YouTube, and you can have 600 covers of a song, or like just the version with lyrics, but you can't actually have, you know, like a gameplay video. Beats the absolute shit out of me, and I'll never understand it, but that's just the rules, I guess. I can look up Thriller and see 600 of the same video, same clips, not by Vivo or the official Michael Jackson channel, and they're fine. I'll put fucking 10 seconds of it, and my whole video will get copyright striked, and I'll get a strike on my channel or some shit. Like, it's a bit bullshit. It's dumb. YouTube's dumb. But YouTube's the only platform you can make videos that people actually look at it. That don't go for like 10 seconds. Okay, TikTok and Snapchat. Well, not Snapchat. People really just... You had like Dark Souls videos on Snapchat, no one would look at them. Oh, I just forgot that the cleric's friends will be there, yeah. I think... Oh, fuck. I try and find them. I'm an idiot. They're very strong. It's more that there's 2 of them. If you just had to fight the night guy, it'd be fine. I'm pretty sure I literally just go and kill the woman. Or some shit, I think. I'm pretty sure I just kill the bitch and then... I think they're still in my save game. I just never killed them. Or I just run away like a little bitch. Okay, that's 7 humanity that I missed out on. I'll have to do that for the next video. Yeah, talking about videos, my plan for the channel... I know probably half of you will never watch one of my videos again, but... I don't really have big plans. I was just going to make like a playthrough of a game or 2. Just something to have on YouTube. Just something I can look at and go, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think I'd be good enough to be a full-time YouTuber. I don't think my content's payable. You know, no one would... Unless, like, I had, like, really good quality videos, but I'm not good at script writing. And I don't want someone else to write a script for me. I want it to come from my heart. But I don't want to spend 2 months writing a script. That's the thing. The bigger reason that this video is very appealing, it takes, what, 3 days of work? I know I wasted 3 days of me doing nothing. You know, 2 weeks, though? I could be doing so much more in that time. But anyway, now I'm going to give a guide for Sen's Fortress. Like, just some tips. Oh, sorry for this. I'm going to give a guide for Sen's Fortress. Because a lot of people have trouble with this, which I don't really understand. Oh, gotta wave to where Sigurd was. I just realised I forgot to do his story bit for... I don't think I was going to do it, but I could have done it. If I had dropped... Because he's in here. He's like... Up just like, literally like a few rooms up. And talk to him and continue his quest line, but oh well. Not much I can do now. But no, this place isn't too bad. I fucked up the parrying with the snakes. I used to be good at parrying. I used to be a god. Like, not well, not against NPCs. Not that probably also didn't help getting fucking Eiffel Towered by those 2 snake guys. But yeah. No, Sen's Fortress, it's quite easy. Just this one, he'll hit the axes every 2 Well, except that time, but every other time I've ever done it, it's like he'll go through the axes on one, and then he'll like hit the axes, and his electric attack won't do it. But yeah, and then those will shoot 3 consecutively. You'll get 2 large stones from there. Yep, shards. Sorry, a heal up. Well, that's the key, to make sure you're topped up the whole time. And you can get a boulder to shoot through that wall, or you can just get him to smash the wall. It's quite easy, watch. I'll show you. I think I do it the first try. Like this hit, I'm pretty sure he smashes the wall. Bang! Like, that's fucked. Ooh. And like, it looks like I'm trying to chop their dick off. Even though I presume snakes don't have penises, because they are the penis. Well, that's what I've always presumed anyway. But, honestly, not a very hard, this isn't as hard. Once again, a lot of people, it's like Monster Hunter Rajang. It's very overhyped. Like, it's hard, but, like, I fought Rajang for the first time a few weeks ago in Generations, and I absolutely me and my friends smashed the absolute shit out of that guy. And everyone was like, hardest monster. Oh, he'll one-shot you. He'll destroy you. And, like, we were in low-rank gear, and he was a high-rank monster. And, like, yeah, he killed us in 3 hits, but, like, it's just, like, a harder version of one of the other monsters. Like, it's just a bit sad. And everyone makes it sound like the hardest monster in existence. Sorry I bring up a lot of Monster Hunter comparisons, but they really do fit in with Dark Souls. Obviously, the combat's not close. I don't know why people say that combat's even anything close, but I know people say a lot of dumb shit for no reason. Or you get to hear me eat off-brand Doritos. I'm home. Yeah, so if you're having trouble with the snack, guys. Oh, dust. Jesus. My tip for the snake, guys, if you are having trouble, is I'll tell you after. If you're having trouble with the boulder, that's the more annoying part, and I wasn't careful. When that boulder gets past the staircase, you walk in, you walk halfway up the stairs, and you can quit out of the game, and it unloads the boulder. And I fucked up the roll. I jumped too far. Anyway, the snakes. The only thing you can't parry is that head move, because I've tried. So, as long as you can parry everything else, you'll be fine. The head move, you just block. Most characters should have an 100% physical block, because it's like a godsend. But I know some weirdos don't. I don't understand it, but it's just how they like playing, I guess. Which I can't diss too bad, to be fair. I just don't understand it once again. Oh. There's a snake guy. Bah! I love the axe in this game, like the normal battle axe. I just think it's sick. I like its moveset. Good damage. One of my other characters for this episode, series that didn't work out, I was using a mason. And it did dog dig damage. Like, it did bleed, which is good, but it didn't do enough bleed. Like, the bleed took ages to build up, unlike the katana. So it was like... But I had spec'd for the mace. And that's the thing. I figure out the weapon before I spec the character, because I don't want to be stuck with a weapon that I don't like. Like, I just have this hacked character with all the stats, and I just use him for... to test, sort of thing. Well, I did have him. I deleted him when I got the game, but I had all the weapons, and I just would test them to see, like, if I like the movesets, which is what I usually do. Obviously, the damage isn't accurate, but who cares? As long as the moveset's good, it doesn't matter about damage, really, unless it's, like, doing baby dog dick damage, but, like, as long as it's doing alright damage. So, like, a lot of people have trouble with sends, but the thing is because they don't kill the enemies, or they they're not aware. They just run through and then go, oh, I wonder why I got hit by the axe. I wonder why I got hit by that thunder. It's because they weren't paying attention. You can get too large. Oh no, that's a brave warrior. Too large up. After this bonfire, I'll drop down. Because why wouldn't you get this bonfire? It's just a good bonfire for Sen's Fortress. I think that was a first attempt as well. I think that's the first attempt for Sen's Fortress, which is pretty impressive. Like the, well, not impressive, but some people think it's impressive. It's like the first attempt at Londo Archers. A lot of people think that's pretty impressive, which I was pretty impressed that I got this first try. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like this game is really just practice. But anyway, up here, there'll be 2 large Titanite. Yep. And now there's a tricky jump up here if you want to... Because I need a key, a very specific key. To unlock a shortcut so I can go from the front, like the exit in the entrance real quick. To get back up here. First, I think I buy the fucking Catarina armor and 8 large Titanite or 9. I don't remember if I had one on me. No, I do because I got one from the swamp, from Blighttown. And then you just go all the way down. Don't skip it. I thought you could skip it the first time I tried, so I just jumped down and died of full damage. So I just do the little... It's like, it's not too bad. Like, the staircase isn't too... And these guys can be hard if you let them get too close. So I let them at range because the thunder attack's easy to bait. And they're like... they don't have much poise. Which if people don't know, poise is... Like, when you get hit, if you recoil or not sort of thing. Like, if you have really good poise... Like, if you get stabbed by, like, a rapier or something, you will barely move. You'll take damage. It doesn't stop damage, really, but it's more a stat that... It comes with, like, large armor and shields. You can get a ring that increases your poise by, like, 40, which is pretty good if you're doing a poise build. But, honestly, poise is great. That's why you don't really wear, like... Yeah, low defense is sort of shit, but it's more poise. Like, you can just get a shit ton of health to ignore, obviously, like, big damage. But, poise is great if you don't want to get stunned by everything, which I never really... That's why you wear the Catarina armor. Also, great defense. It's a bonus. Yeah, so I should be able to go to the right and then out the front. This is, like, the first... Where, like, the 2 snakes are on each side. Yeah, so I let those 2, and then I go. The blades are usually in like groups of 2 or 1. They're never like I don't think except like the last one, like it's like a group of 4. But like that's pretty easy because it's quite. They all go at once. They're not like at odd speeds. Oh, excuse me. I don't think I had the poison ring. Did I kill Havel? I think I killed Havel, actually. No, I didn't. No, not yet. I'll do it later. I'll do it, like, in this recording. Yeah, I'm sorry if, like, everything seems a bit disjointed, like, the structure of this audio recordings and stuff. Because I'm all doing it in, like, separate recordings, because I want it to make sense. Not bloody me recording my whole thing and then having to, like, edit it to work. If I just watch the, like, good quality videos. Ah, fuck. I love the Catarina armor. The only thing is it's too fat. Like, and I know, why do you like it if it's too fat, but look how cool the pants look. Makes me look like a bowler. An OG. So I think I'm on my way to kill. Yeah, the pants are cool. I know. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, Soldiers so good, like giving him blowjobs. Like, I like him. He's one of my favourites, but I love the Catarina Knights. Because they're very relatable. And I like things that are relatable. I don't like things where I go, that's not realistic. No one would ever act like that. That's dumb. And that's what a lot of video games are like. Characters have unlimited amount of motivation when I don't really have much motivation for much. You don't have anything to do with your life. You don't have motivation. You don't have this, oh, I've got to wake up and do this. When you're stuck in a loop of doing nothing, you don't get this motivation boost. It's not realistic. You're not going to be some shitty skeleton, hollowed in a prison cell, and then you're going to fucking kill all the strongest beings who have been alive for at least like a few hundred years. Like, give and take. Like, that's just not, I feel like that's the only thing that makes this setting weird. It's all gritty and shit and depressing, and then you just got this guy who's like, or woman, depending on what you play. I'm gonna save the world. I'm gonna just kill all these bosses and just increase my strength like 100-fold in like 5 minutes by just having a strong axe. Oh, my boy Havel. I have become quite good at parrying him because you will die in one hit. I don't know if I died him here, so it might be embarrassing if I just said I'm good at parrying him and he kills me. So I don't remember everything. I just remember the things that are very noticeable that I'm not used to. But I like Havel. He's got a cool set of armor, but fuck, it takes a lot of poise, like a shit ton of poise. Like, not poise, like equipment, like endurance. And he just seems broken, like, and there we go. If you do that walk, like if you just tap keys, or you just parry when they're not doing anything, point down for disrespect, of course, their AI goes sort of loopy. They don't really know what's happening. And there's my sexy man, Bruce Danger. Gonna become Sir Danger. Yeah, so I'm going to just use this character to get to New Game 7. I'm going to try my best anyway. I don't want to go magic, but if it turns out I'll just grind a shit ton of souls. Even though I don't really want to, because it's like, magic's pretty cheap in this game. Like, you can smash New Game 7 with a Dust Crown of Ulusil, Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, with, something else. I forgot what it was. Like, there's a really good catalyst. You can get the tin catalyst, I'm pretty sure. No, it's the crystal one. And you can just get things that do, like, over, like, 2,000 damage. Well, not really, I don't know. It's, like, 1,000 or something. It's something ridiculous. Which is really good for Dark Souls weapons. Like, that's ridiculous. And I would just like this character to... I'd like to use him in the axe as long as... I wish you could name weapons. I feel like that would give its own unique sort of spin to it. Like, I wish you could go like, oh, I'm going to do 12 levels of... They haven't done it in any of the games, but I would love if they were like, yeah, I'm going to do 12 levels of just raw damage, and then I'm just going to have 3 levels of, like, as an electric weapon. Just sort of mix it, and then you could name it and have your own unique weapons. But, like... I obviously do understand from a game design point why they don't have that. Like, I have all these great ideas. Well, I think they're great. Sorry for wanking myself off a bit. I think they're great ideas. But I wouldn't use them. Like, I know they wouldn't be possible, realistically, unless you had, like, the whole game focused around that. Because that's not just a feature that's like, oh yeah, we'll just add that. That's just very complex. For like a simple upgrade tree like they have. That'd be such a difference. And maybe I'm the only one who would like to name my weapons. Like, I would love if you could join the Knights of Catarina and you get a free set of armor. I feel like that'd be cool. Or you could, like, if you join the Covenant, you just get given one. Or, like, it just appears. That'd be cool. But obviously, like, I'm not a game designer. I play a lot of video games, and I wanted to become a game designer when I was older. So I do look at a lot of the critical aspects of games to see from a design point of view and a gameplay. And gameplay is one of the most important bits. You know, making it balanced, that's really important if you're going for like a fair challenge sort of thing. Which I think they did really well. I know I was talking about how some things in this game are just bullshit challenge, and they are, but I think a lot of it was really good balance. And I think the game teaches you well enough you don't need a tutorial. Or at least I never have. The only tutorial I ever needed was like where to get items and stuff. I never needed it for like combat or traversing. Like, and the thing is that they have hints on the ground if you really like need help. And sometimes they're bullshit, like it'll be like false wall ahead. And they won't be. You hit it, nothing happens. But you sort of accept that. Yeah, the challenge, sorry. The good part of the challenge. Like, you can summon, like, they have NPCs and they have marks that players can have. And I feel like that's a good take it at your own risk sort of thing. You can trust the information. You can take that risk, but you could also take a risk of losing some humanity, some souls if you die again, if it's in a tricky spot. You can summon an NPC for bosses. For most bosses, they're giving you like a challenge and you just need someone to like distract it to get a buff off or to help. Well, I got grabbed. Like, this boss is shit easy. Just because you can hit the knees and it knocks it and it won't attack. And like, Iron Tarkus is a fucking lad. Like, they do good damage to the NPCs, but that's because the ones I use anyway have like the beefiest weapons, like Man-Eater Mildred. I did up to New Game 5 with the Meat Cleaver. I'll probably do it for this character as well if I really need to. My dream is to have full set with a strong weapon and a big shield for the armor. That'd be like my dream. But I feel like that'd be like really annoying to try and set up. But no, I love Iron Golem's design. It's quite cool, very unique. And I got the last hit off. That's pretty sick. But we're gonna go to one of the most notorious bits of the game. A lot of knowledge of this game comes from there, like a lot of famous shit. Gives a hefty 40,000 souls, and I point up, and then I point down, I think, and then I point straight for like no reason. Beats the shit out of me. Boink. And the cutscene looks funny. Like, in normal, your guy doesn't look heavy. Because my guy's wearing the fucking catarina armor, it looks like the first guy like tries picking him up. Like, yeah. Because he's like the first demon tries picking him up and like, oh fuck, he's heavy. And then the other guy has to like come pick him up. I always find that amusing when you wear like heavy armors. I don't know. I notice very little things that most people are like, that's dumb. And I go, I know it's dumb. Just ignore me. As you can tell, since I haven't shut up the whole time, even though I said I was, I have a lot to say. I like talking a lot. I like the sound of my own voice, even though I hate the sound of my own voice, so it's not very accurate. I like talking. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I think I sound like a fucking 12-year-old. Yeah, sweet. I've got 2 minutes. Yeah, I keep forgetting to stop recording like 10 seconds after it. It's sort of sad, honestly. But yeah, this is Anno Londo. Very cool location. Very unique. Sort of a dead city, or at least, I don't know if anyone's living here. I doubt it. But yeah, I like it. It's one of my favourite spots. There is some bullshit. This area does have more of the archers, and there's this one beam when you're platforming where the camera gets stuck and it moves, and because you walk where the camera's pointed usually, unless you're like if you're just walking straight and the camera moves, you'll just go straight and you're like a tight beam. You just fall and fucking die. But otherwise it's pretty decent, honestly. Like it's not really like they're the only two things where I go bit bullshit. And I'm sorry I haven't shown heaps of the game like other like videos like playthroughs and shit do, like where they show every area, but I really wanted to make this manageable. Like, because when I was deleting the footage from the ones that, like, corrupted, it was like 20 gigs, and I'm like, if I do this, like, the full thing in, like, 6 hours, I'm gonna literally have to, like, do it in chunks. So I tried being quick, but it still wasn't fast enough. But, rip, I can only wear the gloves and stuff. But, no, I like the look of the catarina armor. I know, like, some people think it looks stupid, but I think it looks cool. Yeah, I can't even wear the gloves. I can wear the helmet, but then my hands look naked. I didn't like it. So I thought, fuck it. If I can't wear the gloves, I'm not going to wear the helmet. I'll just wait till I have enough endurance. But, yeah, I think Anno Londo is probably the best measure of challenge. Sorry guys, this is about 5 days after starting the video. I got sidetracked with a bunch of stuff. So this is a few days later. But, it's the last of the recording, so it should be fine. So right now I'm fighting the gargoyle, as you can see. And this game's a little guilty of making the boss a normal, or not normal, but an enemy sort of thing, which I'm not a fan of, but, you know, it's just what they had to do, I guess. I don't know what the budget for Dark Souls was. I know Demon Souls was a thing, but I don't know how well that sold in the West. And I know not everything's about the West. But I don't know how big the Japanese market is. But, yeah, so it's gotta fight 2 of these bastards. So I've gotta fight one there. And, oh god, I forgot that I have to watch this on Vegas Pro, so it's gonna be blurry shit for me. But I'm going up this pillar, which is really annoying when you're first playing the game. It took me ages to figure this out. And my camera didn't get stuck there, which it usually does, and I sometimes fall off. But I think there's going to be a first attempt Anno Londo run, which I am pretty hyped for. Oh, I thought I was going to fall. Okay, so... yeah, so this area of the game I like. The painting guardians are cool. There's some platforming, which I'm not a fan of, but it's manageable. And this was really what hyped the game up for me, so it's a very special thing, you know. I wasn't interested in the game until I saw a playthrough. I watched a few episodes, I thought, this is shit. But, I don't know why I was stopping on the ladder, honestly. Oh, God. I think I was changing music or something. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of the platforming in this game, but it was designer's vision, and, you know, they made one of the most well-selling games. Well, not one of the most, infamous games of all time, for its difficulty. Which I don't like, that aspect of marketing and all that shit. But, you know, suckers buy it because they think it's hard, which I'm not a fan of that aspect of it, but, you know, they got to make money, you know. People need to buy houses, look after their family. That sort of thing, and if it works, it fucking works. And I think I'd trouble this guy. Well, not trouble, but he was just... No. Oh, wait. Yeah, he was doing this, and it was... yeah, I didn't want to get fucking stun locked, so I just... bang. And see, that's the thing. You know, if you're careful and patient, you'll be fine. For most of the game. Obviously, there's bits that have been challenging, but that's with every game. Yeah, so I did that first try, which a lot of people I have seen play the game or have talked to have said that's usually a big just annoyance. They die a few times to it. And now I think I'm going to... why am I stopped? Oh, there we go. I think I was changing music again. And I'm going to the elevator. God, fuck. Sorry, I'm tired. But I wanted to get this video done with, because it's been just taking space on my computer. And it's not even the whole game. But I think I went through this part very quickly, because there's not really much in it. Like, I know Londo is pretty big, but It's not that interesting to explore once you've done it. But, so I think, this is a few days after, obviously, I started recording the rest of the video. But I think I'm going to, for the next video, I think my plan is maybe, I know all the base bosses, any of them I missed. I think I missed two or three. Well, except the bosses that I needed to finish, but like the optional ones. And I don't think I'm going to do the DLC. Sorry, guys. I don't think the DLC should ever be part of the main experience. It's really add-on content. If they're making DLC to boost the story, that's just a patch that they're making you pay for, really. That's not how games should be designed, which Dark Souls isn't really designed. I've always presumed you meant to do it for the end game. But, nah, just, you know, I love this Dark Souls, but making video for it is just a lot of editing audio and going through. I didn't think it'd be so much work, which, it's a good learning experience. But, you know, I might want to do some pixel art and some music thing, like that fruit salad video I made. If anyone's seen it, I made it while I was making this video. I'm trying to learn some talents, because, you know, it's been boring staying at home, and we just got put in a lockdown. Another one, so I'll have a lot of time to practice when I'm not playing Apex with the fucking boys. But yeah, just gonna kill this guy. And that was a first attempt Anno Londo Archer's run, which a lot of people think is impressive. But usually, there's been a few runs after I mastered where I fucked up, but I consistently usually get at least, you know, at least like a first or second attempt. But, just running through the area, you know, like getting this bonfire and I'm going to summon for Ornstein and Smo, and I'm not going to lie, I could beat them. Not easily. I'm not saying I could easily beat them, but I have bet them once or twice by myself, but it's just, I just don't enjoy it. It's just a lot of patience, and this video has already gone way too long, but I didn't want to speed or miss things out, because, you know, it's good to see, because instead of watching a fucking 6 hours of content, you just have to watch 1.5 to get half the game done. More than half, really. I don't consider getting the kill in the halfway. I consider it like the 3/5 of the way done. That's how I see it. I know that's probably not accurate. And there's a skip. So I'm showing you a skip. I get it. It's pretty easy. Of course, the players that I was playing with, not their fault, but they did get in the way twice. Oh, no, once. And see, even with, because encumbrance affects your jump height, and it affects your speed, even when you have really good, like even when it's light on you. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. I think the weight is what makes it. Oh, I think later. Oh, I'm not sure. I never really get later on. I don't get my endurance that high, so I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. Don't fucking comment if you do know. You know, if you know, that's great, but don't be an asshole about it. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. It's just weight. I don't think your endurance changes it, unless it's like really light. But I think if you're wearing like catarina armor, you're never going to be like it's wearing cloth armor. Or fucking like wizard armor. Like it's never going to be that light. And the most legendary boss battle, the most overhyped fight in my opinion, even by yourself, it's not that god crushing difficulty level crush your balls, fucking cock and ball torture level, like some people would like you to believe. It's really not that bad, but yeah. So fucking, I didn't get these guys' names, but these two are fucking great people for staying and helping people this way. And that's where the biggest the amount of people in this game, or at least that I ever find. I can consistently, every time of the hour, even though I'm Australian, I can still find it. And like Dark Souls, I'll give it this, or at least from my opinion, it doesn't have that bad connectivity with like America. Like, obviously it's laggy, but it's not too bad, like for an Australian connecting to an American. And so I'm just gonna fucking kill the fucking skinny bitch first, because, Smo's not a challenge really, so I'd rather fight a powered version of him than Ornstein. But I didn't die in this fight, but, oh god. So Ornstein just got smacked down. Now the timing of this last clip might be a bit off, just because my computer went into screensaver and I didn't know the exact second, and it's late, but I wanted to get this out by at least, it's Saturday technically, since it's 12 o'clock. I wanted it out by at least Tuesday, because it'll take a while to, I want to add some pixel art at the start and the end, because that's a new skill I picked up. I'm not very good, but I'd just like to add like Nidal, like just maybe Sigward's Hamlet or something, with some like weird doodly pixel art, just at the end of, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just wanted to get it done. It's late. My dog's still outside. I can't let her in because, once she comes in, she has to come in for the night, and I'm still doing stuff, and she's a loud doggy. Very cute little doggy, but she's very loud, and I think I get hit yet. And that's a really, it's a noob trap. Like, Ornstein's fucking bullshit. Well, it's not bullshit. It never kills you, but it's just, he charges halfway across the arena in one thing. Always at the start. It's never anywhere else in the fight that I've found. But I think we just get him in this corner, and then I think I go behind him. Yeah. I think this is when we kill him. Yeah, we just all fucking start bitch slapping and stunning him. And that's probably the... So this is why this is a good fight. Yeah, I don't like it, and I don't like that it's a gank. But at least you can, like, stun lock the bosses. Like, it takes a little bit, but it's, like, pretty manageable. Pretty manageable. And now I'll go up to your fucking big titty fucking... big milk juggies. Fuck, I'm a stutter bitch. Fucking milk jugs, fucking McQueen lady. Every fucking 14-year-old kids who ever played Dark Souls wet dream waifu right here. Ugh. Gotta swear anything with a pair of tits anyone will make in a hentai, it's fucked. But, I don't know. That's a different conversation for a different video. But, yeah, I'm just doing some stats. I think it was endurance to get more armor up. I think I got the gauntlets on by the end. No, I was good. I think I did 4, because sometimes not lags, because it doesn't lag the actual game, but it takes like a few rolls for the game to catch up and be like, yeah, you can't wear that, or you cans. Because I've had it times where I've rolled once or twice and it was fine, and then I rolled like a third time and then I fat rolled. And so I'm just getting the fucking ashtray, whatever it's called. Once again, I've never been a man for fancy names or remembering things, but I just always call it fucking Gwyn's ashtray. Even though I know that's not very accurate, but I just think it's funny that Gwyn's a fucking crack addict. That's why he's so drained. He's not actually from looking after the fire this whole time. He's just a fucking heroin junkie. But, yeah, so I just got it, and I'm going to Firelink Shrine, and the end of the video is nearly here. And while I'm going, I'd just like to say, to anyone who's made it this far, especially if you don't know me, like, personally, just thank you, honestly. Like, If you had it, even if you had it in the background, I just appreciate you giving a little guy, I know I said this earlier, but a guy like me, with not really anything of worth, doesn't really have worth in this world, I just really appreciate you putting in the time. It's a long video, I understand that. I just appreciate you going through and I don't know why I went there. I really don't know. Oh, I think I know, because if you don't kill the gold guy, Lautrec, I think that's his name, before you kill two bosses, she gets killed, and you kill him there, but he didn't show up. And you usually talk to him, but you can just roll, and it gives you, because there's two snakes. If you don't talk to him and do one of the later bosses, and then go to, which you don't need. 3 bosses get unsealed when you put what I call Wynn's Ashtray on there, but usually you can go to that boss anywhere in the game, but I didn't want to because it's a shit fight. It's a DPS test. And there's my fucking big man, me fucking sexy dude, Sir Bruce Danger, putting Wynn's Ashtray there. Yeah, so just thank you, and if you guys want more videos, I'm willing to review practically any game. I can't promise any quality because, I don't like having projects sitting for long periods of time. That's not really the guy I am, but as you can see, they're getting unsealed, and I always forget to go there to put it in. Thank you guys for watching. I know this video probably wasn't very well structured, and if you really didn't enjoy it, I am genuinely very sorry. But just a project I thought I would do, and to all the people who watched it and even similarly enjoyed it, even in the background, I just appreciate giving me a chance, as I said multiple times. And there will be a part 2 coming out, even if this gets like no views, because I don't want to be very sloppy and not finish. So thank you very much, and have a nice day.